You know, people often tell me, Dick, wouldn't it be incredible if we could turn back time? They remember a mistake, a word they shouldn't have said, a bet they shouldn't have placed, and they imagine, if I could just rewind 5 minutes, I could fix everything. It's a profoundly human feeling. There's something beautiful in it because it shows we care. We want to make things right. But the universe, well, the universe doesn't care about our regrets. It doesn't pause for our feelings. It's a strict teacher, and its rules are absolute. I've spent my life studying these rules, testing their boundaries, searching for loopholes, and wondering if there's a way to undo what's been done. And when you truly examine time, not through the lens of a Hollywood script, but with the eyes of a physicist, you find a truth that's both humbling and unyielding. The door to the past isn't just locked. In reality, there is no door at all. It's a wall, a solid, impenetrable barrier created by the very fabric of existence. Science teaches one clear principle above all: never fool yourself, and you are, by far, the easiest person to fool. We imagine time as a river we can swim upstream if we paddle hard enough, but that's a comforting illusion. Time isn't a river, it's an arrow, pointing strictly in one direction. Consider something simple: a cup of coffee. You take a porcelain cup, place it carefully on the edge of the table, and then, for whatever reason, it tips over. Smash. The handle breaks, coffee splashes across the rug, shards scatter. This event has happened. You witnessed it. But have you ever seen it happen in reverse? Have you ever watched the brown stain lift from the rug, collect itself into liquid, jump back into the cup, while the ceramic shards soar up and fuse perfectly, landing intact on the table? Of course not. And I can promise you, you never will. Why not? Is there a law forbidding atoms from reversing themselves? Surprisingly, no. The equations of motion for individual atoms work both forward and backward. Record a billiard ball striking another and play it in reverse. It looks natural. But when billions of atoms interact, something else takes control: chaos, disorder. We call this entropy, the second law of thermodynamics, the ultimate sheriff of the universe. It decrees that systems evolve from order to disorder. Your cup on the table was orderly. The scattered pieces on the floor are disorderly. There are countless ways for it to break, but only a few ways for it to remain whole. Nature delights in these infinite possibilities. It loves the mess. If you wanted to reverse that event, you would need to command every atom, every air molecule vibrating with the crash, every photon of heat leaving the coffee to march precisely backward. You would need to reverse the entropy of the universe itself. And the universe is stubborn. It thrives on disorder, on heat spreading, on stars burning out. From the Big Bang's initial order to the inevitable drift toward chaos, we fall through time in one direction, and there is no way to fall backward. Right there, before any machine is even built, the arrow of time has already spoken. No entry, one way only. But let's say you're stubborn. I like stubborn people. You tell me, fine, I don't care about a coffee cup. I just want to go back 10 minutes and not say that foolish thing to my boss. You imagine building a machine, a box you can climb into. You twist a dial, press a button, and suddenly you step 10 minutes into the past. Sounds simple, right? But let's examine the geometry of reality. We live on a stage, but it isn't stationary. The stage itself is moving, and it's moving fast. Right now, as you sit there, it might feel like you're still, but you're not. The Earth spins at about 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. It orbits the Sun at 67,000 miles per hour. The Sun drags the entire solar system around the center of the Milky Way at 500,000 miles per hour. The galaxy itself races through the cosmos at over 1,000,000 miles per hour. All of this motion is happening while you imagine stepping back in time. So you climb into your machine, turn the dial, and travel 10 minutes backward. But you haven't traveled through space. You're frozen in coordinates. 10 minutes ago, the Earth wasn't under your feet. It was thousands of miles away in its orbit. Step out of your machine, and you don't arrive safely in your office. You step into empty space. There's no atmosphere, no pressure, no warmth. You suffocate, freeze, and die instantly. Hollywood ignores this. They treat time and space as separate things, as if you can move through one without accounting for the other. But Einstein taught us otherwise. Space and time are a single fabric. Space-time. To truly go back, you would need to calculate the Earth's exact position in the past. Relative to what, though? The Sun? It moved too. The galaxy? Moving as well, There is no fixed anchor, no universal peg to hold while you move backward. Everything drifts. Everything flies apart. To land on Earth 10 minutes ago would be like shooting a bullet from a spinning carousel to hit a fly on a moving train 3 miles away. The precision required isn't just difficult, it's physically impossible. And even if you somehow survive that, there's the cosmic speed limit to contend with. Nothing with mass can travel faster than light. You see, time isn't absolute, it's flexible. Near a black hole or traveling at near light speed, your personal clock slows relative to the rest of the universe. This is forward time travel. You can reach the future, but there is no way to return. To go backward, you'd have to exceed light speed. But as you accelerate toward it, mass increases, energy becomes mass, and infinite energy would be required. Infinite. Not the energy of a star, not the energy of a galaxy. There simply isn't enough in the entire cosmos. The universe itself enforces this speed limit to protect the past. No one outruns light. No one bends the arrow of time. And yet, what haunts me more than impossibility is the paradox. Time travel backward is a paradox machine. The most famous, of course, is the grandfather paradox. You travel back, eliminate your grandfather before he meets your grandmother. Your father is never born. You are never born. Therefore, the time machine never exists. Your grandfather lives. You are born. You go back. Round and round, a loop without resolution. Nature does not favor loops. Causes precede effects. Matches ignite before fires burn. Glasses fall before they shatter. Switch cause and effect, and the structure of logic collapses. Imagine calling yourself 5 minutes in the past to warn, don't pick up the phone. If you heed your own advice, you never get the call, and yet you do. What happens then? Some propose branching timelines, alternate universes, but that's just cheating physics. That's escaping the problem, hiding an infinite fantasy. In our universe, information must be self-consistent. You cannot have information that negates its own origin. It's not a matter of the right technology, it's a conceptual impossibility. And this brings us to the hardest truth of all, a truth not about equations or machines, but about existence itself. We are trapped in the now. Every moment we live is moving forward, crashing into the next, and there is no way to step backward. The past is gone. It isn't a place you can visit or a playground you can explore. It exists only as memory, as a pattern of neurons firing in your brain, as a record in a book, or a fossil in the ground. The physical reality of yesterday has already dissolved into today's entropy, scattered into the disorder of what remains. At first, this realization can feel like a prison. You might think, I'm stuck. I can never undo the mistakes, the words I regret, the choices that haunt me. But there's a remarkable gift hidden in this trap, because if we could rewind time, if we could rewrite events, then this exact moment, this heartbeat, this breath, this thought would have no absolute value. It would be a rehearsal, a draft we could edit endlessly. Nothing would truly matter because the undo button would always be available. But the impossibility of turning back gives this moment its weight. It makes it infinite in importance. It is real. It is permanent. We are not living drafts. We are living reality. And every action we take sends ripples forward that cannot be erased. The universe is constantly whispering to us, reminding us of this truth. Every consequence matters. Every choice reverberates outward. This is not a limitation. It is a profound instruction. It tells us to pay attention, to recognize the significance of each instant, and to honor the story we are writing. The past is part of the structure of reality, woven into who we are, and even into the cosmos itself. It cannot be erased, it cannot be rewritten, and it cannot be undone. This is the law of existence, the immutable arrow of time that carries us relentlessly forward. And when you look beyond yourself, beyond your own regrets, this reality takes on a cosmic beauty. The entropy that seems to scatter and destroy is the same force that drives stars to shine, that allows galaxies to form, that shapes the universe itself. The speed of light, the same limit that prevents us from revisiting the past, connects us to the vastness of space and keeps us humble in the grand scheme of things. The arrow of time, while unyielding, pushes us to grow, to evolve, to change. Every choice matters not just to ourselves, but to the universe that reflects the consequences of those choices. In a way, the impossibility of going backward forces us to move forward with intention, to embrace the unknown, and to cherish the present for the only reality it can ever be, absolute, irreversible, and precious. We are passengers on a wave that moves only in one direction, riding forward across the cosmos. And as much as we might long to relive moments, to repair mistakes, to fix the past, we cannot. And maybe that's exactly the point. The past is fixed because our present and our future are where meaning exists. The impossibility of time travel isn't a limitation imposed to frustrate us, it's a framework, a boundary within which life itself gains value. It tells us that every decision, every action, every fleeting second we live is unique and unrepeatable. We cannot relive it, and that is why it matters. So when you step back and take the long view beyond regrets, beyond if-only thoughts, you start to see the elegance of it all. The universe doesn't give us a rewind button because it doesn't need to. Every misstep, every moment of chaos, every error is a thread in the tapestry of reality. They are part of you, inseparable from who you are and how the cosmos unfolds. Instead of longing for a machine to undo mistakes, we can marvel at the mechanism itself. Entropy, that relentless march toward disorder, isn't just destruction, it's the engine that allows stars to ignite, planets to form, and life to emerge. Without entropy, the universe would be frozen, static, devoid of change, growth, or evolution. The spread of heat, the fusion of atoms, the slow burn of galaxies, they all obey this rule, and through it, the cosmos becomes a living, breathing story, dynamic and ever unfolding. And think about the speed of light, that ultimate cosmic speed limit. It ties us to the universe, letting us witness distant stars as they were millions of years ago. Yet it also keeps us grounded in the here and now. It enforces a rhythm, a structure that ensures cause precedes effect. It keeps the past fixed, the present fleeting, and the future an open horizon. That's a lesson too. Every choice you make matters, not just to your own life, but in the context of a universe that is consistent, logical, and deeply interconnected. The impossibility of returning to the past doesn't diminish our agency, it sharpens it. We are the authors of the next line, the next chapter, and we cannot afford to squander the ink we have. Each moment is a finite opportunity to contribute, to act, to influence, and to shape the story that is written in permanent cosmic ink. We can't go back, and truthfully, we wouldn't want to. To live rewinding time would render every choice trivial. Nothing would hold weight because we could always undo it. The permanence of the present gives life meaning. It forces us to confront consequences, to accept responsibility, and to recognize the value of every heartbeat. Science and philosophy converge here. The arrow of time is unyielding, yet it's also liberating. It frees us from the illusions of regret and allows us to invest fully in the present. The unknown ahead, the mysteries yet to unfold, are where science, discovery, and life itself find their purpose. Looking backward is a temptation, but the universe insists that our gaze is forward, toward growth, toward change, toward the next moment that only we can shape. And this is where perspective matters most. We can lament the past, wish for it to be different, or we can embrace it as an integral part of reality. Every event, from the smallest spilled coffee to the grandest cosmic collision, obeys the same immutable rules. There is order and there is disorder, pattern and chaos, cause and effect. We cannot undo them, but we can learn from them, adapt to them, and use them as fuel for the life we are living now. The impossibility of going back in time is not a punishment, it is a framework, a set of rules that gives reality coherence and meaning. It's what allows us to create, to act, to exist with purpose. So, when you look at your life, at the stars above, at the machinery of the cosmos, don't waste your energy wishing for a time machine. Don't wish to undo the mistakes, the painful moments, or the words you regret. They are part of the reality you live in now. They have shaped you just as they have shaped the universe around you. Instead, look at the beauty in the mechanism itself, the way entropy drives the stars to shine, the way the speed of light connects us to the vast cosmos while keeping us humble, the way the arrow of time forces growth, change, and transformation. We are moving forward, and every second is a chance to create something new, something meaningful, something permanent. The past is not a place you can step back into. It is a memory, a record, a foundation upon which the present rests. Its impossibility to revisit is not cruel. It is the reason this moment matters. Every heartbeat, every breath, every thought we have is singular. because we cannot return, the present becomes infinite in significance. The universe is telling us, in its own way, to pay attention, to act deliberately, and to recognize that our choices matter. The permanence of action, the irreversibility of time, these are gifts. They transform every moment from trivial to sacred. Science and philosophy meet here in the acknowledgement that while we cannot rewrite history, we can influence the next line in the story, the next event in the unfolding drama of the cosmos. Our lives, like the stars, are a process of creation, movement, and change, all governed by immutable laws that ensure order from chaos, direction from randomness, and significance from the fleeting. And so, as much as the idea of going backward in time tempts us, it is the forward march that gives life its meaning. To wish to go back would reduce every moment to a rehearsal, every action to a draft, every choice to something reversible. But in the reality of the universe, there is no undo. There is only forward motion. The mystery of the unknown lies ahead, not behind us. It is this uncertainty, this unwritten path, that gives science and life their wonder. The past is fixed, but the future is infinite. The universe encourages us to step forward, to embrace what we do not yet know, to act, to create, and to live fully. There is no shortcut, no machine, no loophole that can take us back. We are travelers on a one-way journey, and it is the very impossibility of returning that makes each step, each breath, and each choice invaluable. So let's keep going forward. That is the only path the universe allows. And perhaps in that relentless push toward the unknown, we find what life, time, and existence are truly about. We are not meant to relive moments or undo errors. We are meant to engage with the present, to honor its permanence, and to embrace the future as the canvas upon which the next chapter of reality will be painted. The arrow of time moves in one direction, and that direction is forward. And maybe, just maybe, that is exactly how it should be, because the unknown ahead is where discovery, growth, and life itself truly begin.